Yo, 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 yo. Mic check 1, 2. You feel me? Hey man, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy Smooth, and I'm back with another video. Back with another reaction video. Feel me? We back better than ever. Got me a microphone. Yeah, we about to do the thing, man. I told y'all that I was gonna be back on the channel soon. I told y'all that we was coming back more professional. Got me a setup now. Yeah, let's get into the video. I'm gonna bring y'all guys along with me, guys and girls. If there's some girls watching, I'm gonna bring y'all along with me on my car journey. As I learn, you gonna learn. As I gain, you'll gain. As I achieve, you'll also achieve. Don't ever think none of these cars that you can't get. Hopefully, right hand Bible, Jesus will bless me. One day I'll be able to achieve these cars. We're just gonna get into it, learning about them, everything surrounding them. Yeah, we just get into the car culture, car aesthetics, car knowledge. So let's get into the video. Do it.
The SF90 is Ferrari's new age halo car that doesn't have a V12 in it. And it's also the Scuderia's first ever plug-in hybrid. Did I mention that this is Ferrari? It builds on the foundations laid out by the legendary LaFerrari, which had minor electrification. But believe me when I say that the SF90 is a major step for Ferrari and goes against a lot of what they've done and said in the past. Now, this electric pony is a testament to what happens when a company gets with the times. So today, we're going to break down the SF90 first by looking at the electric side of things, its hybrid drivetrain, and then we're going to dive into the good old carbon dioxide producing, the Stradale's twin turbo V8 engine. This is the first Ferrari that's more Prius than Ferrari, and surprisingly, that is a good thing.
Hey man.
What's so exciting?
Hey, let me know y'all favorite color on a car. Any car, it could be supercar, hypercar, muscle car, sports car, whatever. My favorite color on a car is black. I feel like black look good on every single car. So let me know what y'all favorite color of car on that car is. Let's get into back into this video.
Factory with NVIDIA.
Get past this ad. But yeah, you cannot go wrong with black.
A company full of contradictions. They cash in on their racing heritage and pedigree when marketing and selling road cars, and yet they haven't won a Formula One championship in close to 15 years.
Oh yeah, and I just seen the movie F1. 10 out of 10. One of my favorite movies now. Can't even lie. Cap.
That's right. What are they doing? They make grand statements like Ferrari will never race in esports, and then just 2 years later, Charles Leclerc is off winning e-races. In 2010, Ferrari chairman Luca de Montezemolo, nailed it, said the company would never make an electric car, and now we have a plug-in hybrid Ferrari as their halo car. Now, if you don't know what a halo car is, it's a manufacturer's light-up sign. It's them shouting, hey, this is what we're about now. Thought we were off resting on our laurels? Well, we weren't. We're doing cool over here. Yes, it's designed to
Second best color on the car is gray.
make you drool, but it's also the brand showing the world that it's putting their best foot forward. It shows the people the future goals and direction of the company. So, is electric the future of Ferrari? Well, let's look at the SF90's hybrid system to find out.
What's the first thing you doing if you woke up in the morning time in a SF90 in your yard, keys in the living room, waiting on you with your name on it? First thing you're doing. Me personally, I don't even know what I'm doing. If I make a video, put it on the YouTube channel.
Is Ferrari's first ever plug-in hybrid. It's only their second car to feature electrically produced horsepower after the LaFerrari. Now, the fundamentals of the hybrid powertrain are pretty much the same, whether you're talking about a Ferrari or a Prius. You guys probably know the drill. The idea is that in addition to an internal combustion engine,
Your boy
one
thirsty.
or more electric motors offer additional horsepower. Now these electric motors are powered by a mixture of electricity from a plug-in source, and by electricity the system is able to harvest from the combustion engine via methods such as regenerative braking. I'm going to call regenerative braking regen braking because I can't say regenerative more than once in a minute without messing up. So we're going to call it regen braking. So when I say regen braking, it means regenerative braking. See? Up. Now, regen braking is when you take kinetic energy from your moving car and you store it as potential energy in the form of electricity and a battery for later years. When you step on the brakes, right? The car's electric motors then get put in reverse, causing the electric motors to run backwards, slowing the car down and turning your kinetic energy of the moving car into electrical potential energy that you can use later on. Let's look at a Prius, for example. It uses a 1.8 liter four-cylinder gas engine as well as a dual motor system powered by an 8.8 kilowatt hour battery. And the power is generated by either.
Not gonna lie, this video gonna be for like people who actually wanna know how cars work. This is like tedious scientific. So if you made it this far into the video, you're actually a car head. You feel me? Like you're actually a car geek.
Plugging it in like that, or
like me,
I just mentioned,
like your boy.
Braking, also known as regen braking if you can't say it. With the SF90 Stradale, it uses not one, not two, but three electric motors. One electric motor powers each of the front wheels, which also allows for torque vectoring. Now, torque vectoring is actually pretty cool. Typically, you have a differential that transfers the torque of the engine to the wheels. But with a car with torque vectoring, you have the ability to control and vary the amount of torque that you're supplying to each of the wheels that have those motors. And this allows the wheels to grip the road better, which means you can increase your handling capabilities, you increase your grip, and overall, you have a more stable car. Those motors also provide the car's reverse power, as the 8-speed dual clutch transmission has no reverse gear. And that lack of a dedicated reverse gear helps the transmission be significantly smaller and 22 pounds lighter. It also has a shifting time 30% faster than the previous Ferrari's dual clutch system. It takes just 200 milliseconds to change a gear. You want to see how fast 200 milliseconds is? Check this out. Yeah. Oh. It's this fast. I bet you're noticing that I'm not wearing shoes right now. I have a Florida shirt on. I'm not wearing shoes. God dang it. I'm not setting a good example. Now the third motor sits between the transmission and the combustion engine. And altogether, these three electric motors add 217 horsepower to the drivetrain. Together, the electric motors and the turbocharged combustion engine deliver an amazing
986 horsepower.
86 horsepower. This car stores its power via a 7.9 kilowatt hour lithium ion battery, which is also capable of being recharged via regenerative braking. We already talked about that. Now, for those of you who might not have any context to what a kilowatt hour is, it's just a measure of the amount of energy capacity a battery has. Now, energy is just power times time. And power is a measure of the instantaneous electricity being used, and we use watts as a unit of measure power. Now, kilo means 1,000, so kilowatt is 1,000 watts. And all this means is that the SF90's lithium-ion battery can produce 7,900 watts of power for 1 hour. Now, Tesla Model X uses a 100 kilowatt hour battery, but that's its main power source, so it has to be bigger. But the SF90 is right there in line with its Prius Bro, which has a, like I said before, 8.8 kilowatt hour battery. The Ferrari SF90 is more Prius than Ferrari. Dare I say it? And for the first time ever, you can even run a Ferrari in purely electric mode. With a range of 16 miles and speeds up to 84 miles per hour, which really isn't all that impressive, but you effectively have a front-wheel drive electric Ferrari. Now, I'm sure that's something the founder, Enzo Ferrari, never thought that his company would produce. Enzo Ferrari is for sure spinning in his grave, screaming up, "Yo motherfuckers, yo motherfuckers, I should have never died. Actually, he shouldn't be that upset. Well, not yet at least, because the hybrid system is only half of the SF90 equation. The other half is the twin turbo V8 setup. Oh no, a V12? I should have never died. Now the main unit delivering power.
Oh yeah, and if you haven't looked up what a Ferrari 599XX Evo is, go check that out right now. Finish watching this video, go check that out. For real. Blow your mind. I think it's V12.
To the wheels in the SF90 is a 4-liter twin turbo
Might be V8 though.
variant of Ferrari
I think it's V12.
F154 V8. Now, this is the first turbocharged Ferrari road engine since they put a turb-altered engine in the legendary Ferrari F40. But
F40.
it's not solely in the SF90. It's actually been fitted in the 488 and the F8 models since its creation. But in the case of the SF90, it's been bored from 3.8 liters to 4 liters, and some changes have been made to allow for the cohesion between it and the hybrid system.
It's a V12.
That engine's got to play nice with the electric motors, so they got to do some fancy work. Hi, welcome to Jerry's Auto Sales. You interested in an SF90?
V12.
No problemo. Let me give you some of the specs, because I got you're a spec guy? Cool. I'm a spec guy too, okay? We got forced induction, comes from 2 parallel twin-scroll water-cooled turbos, 2 intercoolers. Great, you like that? You want more specs? Cool. It's got 4 valves per cylinder, 32 valves total. Oh, you want to know what kind of crank it's got? It's got a flat plane crank. It's got a dry sump oil system. It's got 2 camshafts with continuously variable valve timing on the intake and exhaust. Oh, you want more? Oh, you want some more? Well, too bad, because that's it. Paragraph's over. Now, we talked about VVT in the Viper episode. Greatest car ever to come out of America. So if you want to know more about that, go watch after you finish this episode. The Ferrari's twin turbo V8 is really an incredible piece of engineering on its own. With no form of hybridization, it'll produce 780 horsepower. To put that into context, a Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat, which we love here at Donut, that has 717 horsepower, and it's considered by most to be one of the most potent cars ever built. Now, the Ferrari's V8 has that thing beat even before we get into the hybrid system. But what's even more interesting is not how, but why Ferrari decided to give the SF90 a twin turbo. Well, at the time when Ferrari launched their 458 all the way back in 2010, they used a naturally aspirated V8, believing that this was the most efficient way to create power. And they thought so because at the time, in Formula One, the engines being used were naturally aspirated V8. That's the whole point of F1. Build stuff, you build race cars, and then you put that technology into your road-going cars. So if the F1 team's doing it, you do it. However, the following year, McLaren, still a relative newcomer to the road car production scene, launched the MP4-12C. Like Ferrari's flagship car, the McLaren was a mid-engine, rear-wheel drive supercar. But while the Ferrari had a high displacement, naturally aspirated V8, the McLaren had a far smaller 3.8-liter V8 with twin turbo.
That's another thing that I didn't know. I didn't know V8s had like sizes, so you could have a smaller V8 that's like a 3.8. Then you can also have like a 5.0, 6.4. I didn't know that. Y'all probably knew that though, because y'all probably know everything, you feel me?
It produced more horsepower, more torque, and was more economical. 5 years later, that's a lifetime, Ferrari took a page out of the McLaren book and used a smaller displacement twin turbocharged engine in their 488. Now what I'm getting at is that this is a pattern Ferrari have been falling into for the past few decades. They make amazing cars, but sometimes they hold on to that aging technology for far too long, while their competitors innovate and reinvent, and they take more risk, and oftentimes they yield better results and more future-proofed performance. And if you look back at the supercars from each decade that really stand out though, you'll see that the majority of them are Ferraris. Starting in the 50s and the 60s, the Ferrari V12 250 GTO was and remains the most sought after car ever built. You got the 288 GTO, the F40, the Enzo, the LaFerrari. It's the same story. Now, Ferrari aren't often the pioneers of new road car technology. That accolade tends, in more recent times at least, to be awarded to McLaren or Porsche. But when they do decide to do something, boy oh boy, do they do it well. And this is exactly what they have done with the SF90 Stradale. But where do we go from here? I mean, it looks like history will repeat itself. Ferrari's head of marketing, Enrico Galleria, basically said that, hey, battery technology, it's not there yet. It's not up to the Ferrari standard. In order for us to build a Ferrari that's purely electric, that technology's got to be a little bit improved. We're not ruling it out. We're saying, hey, we're going to build an all-electric Ferrari, just not yet. There's going to be a day when only electric Ferraris are going to be zipping around a racetrack. And instead of V8s and V12s, all you're going to hear is...
That's gonna be a sad day.
buzzing by. But it doesn't even matter, because the best Ferrari ever has already been built. It's the F40. And if you don't think so, go watch this episode of Up to Speed and then come back here and tell me otherwise. And if you can't...
Hey man, I appreciate y'all for coming and watching and learning about the Ferraris with me. We're gonna be making more videos like this. Yeah. See y'all guys in the next video. And what should we watch next? Porsche? McLaren? Hellcat? Probably Hellcat. Alright, see y'all next.